Hello guys, and welcome to another episode of Everyday EDC. This one will be short, sweet, to the point. I just got 3 new boxes of knives in today, thanks to my supporters over there at Blade HQ. They want me to review these and give them their thoughts and go on back and we'll do that. But they did donate these to the channel, and thanks to my 2 viewers, they thought that I was had a very strong presence within this world, so you guys can know what these are and get it out there for them, really advertise this. As you can tell, that's a bunch of satirical sarcasm. I bought these and I'm pretty excited about them. Let's get it moving. Here's my Civivi Statira. And if you can't tell by the overall context of the channel, let me guess. We got another Civivi here, guys. Who would have thought, right? That's the kid in the background. He's joining us for today's episode in typical Civivi fashion. I mean, first, with Civivi, with these, I mean, for what you pay for to get these, it's pretty incredible that they give this. Oh, shit. Camera's coming out. Later. It's pretty cool that you get that. This nice felt tip. You get a couple stickers. I freaking love these. I love these so much. I have them laying all over the friggin' place now. And last but not least, the actual knife, guys. Today we have the Civivi X-Arc. So forgive any ignorance that I have with this, but this is my first front flipper that I've ever experienced. You guys get to experience it today with me. This is that real sleek design that you see all the reviewers going raving on and on about, you know, and it's not about the ergos on this are different than an ergos on, say, a Statera that you're going to feel and you're going to really get a hold of. This is more about the ergos in your pocket, right, and how that feels. So, and I did it wrong. Look at that, dumbass. Jeez. Well, that's unique and going to take some getting used to. All right. This thing, holy shit. Or crap, whatever. So, first of all, if it's your first front flipper, finding something on this small to actually do it is unique. But this blade is, I don't know how much this thing weighs. I'll do a review on it eventually, but this blade is so light. Obviously, you know Civivi with their ball bearings and everything, and I'm sitting here shaking this and it struggles to get down, and it's not because of the action on it. Look at me failing left and right. It's because this blade is just so damn light. And this might not be a selling point, although this thing's awesome. That might not be a selling point, but this blade reminds me off of one of those old school slip joint blades that you have to kind of pull out like from here, right? But wow. All right. So that's the Civivi X-Arc. Let's do it so you guys can see it. The next, what would you guys think it is? What are we looking? Should we put this here and pretend like we're advertising for them? Yeah, keep going. All right, so the next one, boom, another Civivi. Who would have thunk? Holy shit, it comes in, yeah, no, it's another freaking pouch. I love the pouches, and I thought it was so cool in the beginning, but now that I have like 15 of them, I'm like, I don't know what to do with all this. So typically, I mean, this stuff's fantastic. And here, guys, we got our hands on the Civivi Dogma. Oh, God. Is this the one? I believe this is the one that is rumored to feel so like the Backlash. Although, hey, you know what? If it does feel like the Backlash, I mean, first of all, the ergos on it feel, it's not as meaty, but it's a smaller knife anyways. I think that blade edge is like 1/4 inch thinner. Not thinner, shorter. But the Backlash, I don't know if it's a stick up here that the ten's so strong. I really got to just rack it out, and then I fidget with it, and it actually jacks up my hand, right? I think I complained about that before. But this one, you don't get that at all. I mean, it's so smooth. It almost feels like, you're fucking embarrassing me, fingers. It almost feels like they figured it out. Because once I grabbed the Statera, this is my number 2 right now. I am obsessed with this thing. But this thing's, and maybe it's the smoothness of it. Anyway, it's not a knife review. Back off. Civivi Dogma, guys. The ergos feel good. It's like a smaller version of the Backlash, almost mixed with a little bit of the Shredder, and then I think there was one more that I don't have, like the Little Fiend or something. Kind of reminds me of something like that. A lot of embarrassing. I tried to deploy it with this thumb stud hole. Spidey flick it. Can't even thumb stud it half the time. And it's not the knife, it's me. This thing I tried to open up backwards. Keep it up, Tyler. People are going to keep watching. All right, what do you guys think this one is? Do we think it's another Civivi? Should we put all these freaking logos out here and say hire me as your brand man? No, I don't think so. I don't know. And it is, oh, it's a CRJB. So the one thing I really didn't divulge to anybody is that once I get done with all the Civivis and really reviewing those, I'm going to move on to probably CRJB. I would love to go to Tucson knives. I started looking at those today, kind of pricing them out, seeing where they're at. Problem with Tucson knives is they're very attainable price-wise, but they are very hard to get your hands on them right now. So I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this, guys, is the CRJB Centros. I could be wrong because I got the feldspar on the way too, and I haven't felt either one of them. And unfortunately, the box doesn't freaking help me, and I didn't plan for this because you know me, I don't plan for shit. But I'm pretty sure this is the Centros. No. I will say, right off the bat, what drew me away from CRJB is the fact that I held the CRJB Crag, and when it deploys, it's a flipper. This is a very sharp back here, so you're constantly doing this and you're hitting that, and it sounds like, you know, like, oh, poor me, it's all sharp. No, but the reality is you're hitting it, and I love the Crag. I think it's a Crag. But you're doing this, and it constantly hits, and like you start to feel it erode at your fingers. And the action is not anywhere near as good as a Civivi. That being said, you're also paying almost half the frickin' price. I think that Centros was $30. So let's take a look at these. Give you a nice up close look here. This is the X-Arc, dead center. See if I can open it lefty, kind of half-assed. That's the X-Arc, guys. Here we got the Civivi Dogma. And as a quick size comparison for those of you who know these, the Dogma is a little bit smaller of a knife. Maybe I should give you guys a little bit. It's a little bit smaller of a knife. For a complete comparison, the blade's about 1/10 of an inch shorter, and the whole length itself, or at least the handle length, is you're looking at about 2/10, maybe 1/4 of an inch shorter. So it's a little bit shorter. It actually, I mean, this, I'm excited to use that. So far, I've been obsessed with the Statera. Why is that out there? And then, last but not least, the Civivi Centros. Gags! The CRJB Centros. All right, so unique about these, real quick overview. Is this D2? This says D2 on the blade. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's much more apparent than the Civivis. Like I said, this action feels good, especially for like a $35 knife. And if I take it out and kind of play with it a little bit, lube up them freaking bearings, I mean, you probably won't even notice it, but I do feel a lot of friction in there. Now, am I complaining? No, it's $35. It's really nice for $35, but when you get used to that, and oh my gosh, is this smooth? That is, like, you don't even feel that breaking the detent. I mean, you do, because obviously that's where you get your flip from, but that feels good. Here's the centering. I think I might have already shown that. Let's see if I can see the, I don't know if you guys can see it. Oh, right there, D2. D2 on the Dogma. And last but not least, the one that embarrassed me earlier. Let's see here. Oh, this is really apparent. If the camera will freaking pick it up. Right there. See it? Then we got D2 on the X-Arc. Alright guys, thanks for enjoying these with me. These reviews will soon to come. The CRJB, expect a little bit more time to wait. I am not going to be doing that one because I do want to do all Civivis right now. Like it, love it, hate it, go away, come in, tell your friends, enjoy the Civivi lineup. I don't really care. I enjoy the Civivi lineup. I want you guys to see all the Civivis, and as I told you before, I'm on a mission. I'm going to crown a King Civivi at the end of the day. And this Dogma is pissing me off. No, but this Dogma, he's going to be a contender. This Exarch, definitely not, because he's a little prick. No, this Exarch, I don't believe will be a contender. But I just opened him up. This is a first impressions look. I'm sure there will be changing opinions as time goes on. So thank you guys for watching. This has been Everyday EDC. Stay safe, stay corona free. Don't join the riots. I would love to. I'm not doing that last part where I say don't cut yourself.